It's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind.
President Kennedy died at 1 p.m. Central Standard Time.
Not quite to the mooring mast, all the humanity and all the passengers screaming around it.
Hello and welcome to Calvin's Chronicles, the show that puts the story back into history. Our first guest tonight comes all the way from Melbourne, Australia. Say hello to Brian. Now Brian, thank you for appearing on the show. Would you mind telling me who you've asked us to research for you tonight?
Well, I've chosen my grandpa Claude. You see, he recently passed away, and there were just so many questions that we never got to ask.
I'm sorry to hear that, Brian. But thankfully, you've come to the right place. Now, you say your grandfather was involved in World War II, is that right?
Yes, he was, but he wouldn't tell us much, though. You know, we'd always ask him questions, but he never liked to talk about it. He was very humble.
Well, that's not all he was. Let's get started with the game.
Wait, what game? I thought you were going to tell me about my grandpa.
Now, Brian, for 10 points, can you name the organization your grandfather fought with in the Second World War?
Oh, okay, that's easy. The French Resistance.
Oh, I'm sorry, Brian. The correct answer was the Armed Breton Division of the SS.
What? No, that's not possible.
Can't argue with history, Brian. Now, you are correct in saying that there is a connection with the French Resistance and your grandfather, whose real name was in fact Victor Camille. He actually hunted down members of the resistance and had them executed. Now that's what I call a tough boss, am I right?
No, you're wrong. His name was Claude Martin, and he was
executed 74 years ago by your grandfather. That's right, the real Claude was shot in the back and had his identity stolen, just as the war was coming to a close. Now for 20 points, can you tell me the number of victims of your vicious murdering grandfather?
What are you talking about points? This is my grandfather's legacy, not a game show.
Oh, I'm sorry, the correct answer is 436. And to answer your other question, if you score 100 points, you win an entire trip for you and your family to go to Europe.
Oh, wow. Really?
That's correct, you'll be heading to the lush French countryside, wining and dining with the surviving members of Victor's old regiment.
I think I'm gonna go now.
Oh, wait, Brian, don't go. We need to tell you something.
My grandpa wasn't a Nazi?
Oh no, he truly was a monster. But your father, well, have you ever heard of the mysterious Bible belt strangler that was around in the 1970s but never caught?
Oh my god. It all makes sense. The crooked media is trying to frame my grandpa.